Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I will be using for the main reading, and you can get to the main reading by just going right down there and, where it says Crosswatchers jump to. I put a timestamp where the main reading's going to be. Now, all of this is the introduction, and it is going to be the same for every video if you're new to my channel. So you don't want to watch the introduction. I hope you watch it at least one time, but if you don't want to watch it, jump down there, hit the timestamp, okay? Okay, so generally for the weekend, what I will use is my Rodley Valentine, my Angel Tarot cards. I will use a John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I'll also use my Emily Anderson Crystal deck, and I started using, this is Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue's Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. So that'll be for the main reading. Now for this reading, for the, just the overview, the universal, I use the Waite Rider cards and my Colette Barron Read the Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all these decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Now, hopefully my sound is doing well. I've had a couple of those wonderful updates that always mess things up, but I've also had a couple of actually hardware updates, so hopefully things are a little bit easier, a little bit better. Now let's go into what's going on in the, just in the universe. Actually, I did post this, what I usually read off of my notes. I did post a link for this in Facebook and in Instagram and Twitter. Not much of a person that I don't do a lot of Twitter, but I did post this, and it is a blog on my website, and that's divinedestinywithdebbie.com. So really, we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Mercury will officially go retrograde on the 9th of September, so we're in that shadow, so things should be heating up a little bit more. Remember, Mercury retrograde is where people tell you not to buy electronics unless you really have to, and in that case, then you might want to think about the warranty. It's also communications. Mercury is in Libra, and when, a lot of Libras that I know, when Mercury is in retrograde, get a lot of people from the past, also people that might have passed on too. So the veil gets thinner and thinner. So here we go, and it will stay in Mercury retrograde. Will be that until October 2nd. And it actually bounces a little bit towards the end of the month. It will bounce into Virgo for a little bit of time too. So when Mercury goes retrograde, we'll have 6 planets that are retrograde. Jupiter, which is in Aries, again Mercury, which right now is in Libra, Neptune, Pisces, Pluto, Capricorn, Saturn, which is in Aquarius, and Uranus, which is in Taurus. We only have 2 planets that are direct, and that is Mars in Gemini and Venus in Leo. Now Venus will be jumping to Virgo September 5th, and then it will then jump to Libra in the 29th. But we don't have a whole lot going on for this weekend. September 1st, and I think I mentioned this, Mercury is trined with Mars, so there's some interesting stuff there. But trining and sextiling, those are actually good energies. So then Mars, again, Gemini, is sextile with Jupiter. Mercury will be opposing, however, Jupiter, which is in, retrograde in Aries. So it's not a real heavy or hard duty stuff going on, but we also have other things that are happening. We've got those planets in retrograde, and they're making their own music. So let's go on and just go and see what we have here. Remember, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit. My job is just to let the words flow and hopefully stay out of its way. So let's see what we have here with the cards and what higher power wants to say for this weekend. Like I said, there's not a lot of real nasty or real strong energies adding into what we're already dealing with. So let's see if this is going to be a very positive weekend. And it doesn't really, whatever's going on in the world, yes, it does matter what goes on in the world, but we still have to live our lives. We still have to do what we need to do to carry on. Okay. I did get a message before I started all of this, and this should be a weekend where we start not living in fear. Remember, fear is a tool of the devil, and, it tries to control us. It tries to direct us. We need to work harder and harder not to live in fear. We are light workers. We are star seeds. So the fear, let go of that fear. Don't let the fear control you. Okay. So that was really strong. I was like, okay, I'll tell everyone that. Okay. Remember, anything reversed is strong. It's a little bit more oomph to it. Let's see what we've got here. Well, there we go. The sun is shining. So we have and numbers are very important also. So we have a 19. So that is a 1 and a 9. 1 is a new beginning. We can have it a 10 plus 9. 10 is transition. 0, God source energy. 9 says you have everything you need. Let's wrap it up. Let's do what needs to be done. Okay, so 19, you add it back up. It becomes 1 plus 9 is a 10, transition. And then we go back to the 1, which is that new beginning. So there is, like I said, the energies didn't seem like they're trying to create havoc for us. It doesn't mean that there aren't things being revealed. The sun is also a very natural disinfectant. The sun is something that, brings light into dark corners. And the sun is something that we all need a little more of. Okay? The sun does, this does denote a good job. This does denote, again, being fearless. I really got the fearless energy, just fearless. We have to believe. We have to just have faith in not what is going on per se, no, not faith in per se man itself, but faith in the heavens, faith in, God, Spirit, Source, Holy Spirit, whatever it is, whoever that is you want to say. So have faith. Faith is strong. Faith is shining. Here we go. Next card is, well, now we have that Page of Pentacles. Remember, court cards have dual energies. Okay, all the court cards do. So Page's underlying energy is Pentacles. So that is money energy. That is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. Capricorn and Taurus has a lot of strong stuff going on right now. I think Chiron's also in Taurus too, and I think that's another one that is retrograde. Not a real strong, nothing that we really talk about, but the wounded healer. Anyway, Pentacles, money, job, career. Pages are going after new jobs, new money. There will always, no matter what happens in the world, there is always opportunities to create. And there's opportunities to create something that can actually bring a living, can actually bring the money that you might need to do your living. So there's the sun energy going on. There's this Pentacles energy. Page, very enthusiastic, young energy, new energy. And generally, if this was personal reading, I would say new job, new career even, or a new opportunity coming in. So next card is, okay, now we have, again, that was reversed. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Now, the 3 of Pentacles is also, it's very interesting. Now, 3 is creativity, is celebration. It also is the power of 3, putting your energies out there, saying it 3 times, getting a couple of people with you to say it 3 times. There's a lot of, this is one of those times, again, this goes with this, where there's a lot of creative energies in making money or in making provision. When I see this card in this deck, I feel like this is about provision. Now, it's provision that is not necessarily something that we even expected, but it is, it's kind of like preparing for that rainy day. Maybe it's going and asking for a little bit of help, but the provision is, I do feel like this has a more spiritual aspect to it. And again, you put this together with that page, opportunities, new opportunities are about and are happening. So even if the world looks a little bit, crazy, there is positive energies all around us. And again, we have that Page energy and that Pentacles energy and the 3 of Pentacles. So, and then 2, the sun, and I love our little guy here. little guy, girl, riding fearlessly. Be fearless. So there is, whatever this is, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the money situation. Not to tell you to just go out and spend money. That's not, if you don't have the money, don't spend the money. But don't be afraid. Money is, there is money available. There is money to be, money, is it money or is it just provision? I think it's more provision. But there are opportunities for that provision. How's that? Okay, let's go on to the Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. And let's see what we've got. Oh, cards almost wanting to flip. Not quite though. Let's see. We do need, there is stuff, like I said, not to, that be fearless. And there is, when you are fearless, you need to let go of so many things in order for you to embrace the possibilities. Okay, let's see what this is. We have the Three of Water. Now, this is the celebration card. This is always the celebration card. So we have three again. So we have Pentacles, we have Water. Water is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energies. It's very fluid, emotional. It's very spiritual energy too. Again, three, power of three, celebratory, creativity. So there's something, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. It's like, well, the world just seems like it's going to heck in a handbag or or in a basket, whatever you want to say. And then the cards tell us to have hope. The cards tell us that things aren't as bad as they seem. And then we get the Three of Water, which is all about celebration. It's all about believing. It's all about having faith. Faith in something that's larger than ourselves. So what do we say? What are you thinking about this video? I mean, what are you thinking about the readings? You don't tell me about the video, but the readings. Who's interpreting what with all of these cards? I mean, these are positive money cards, and this is the celebration card. So let me know what you think about this. Okay. Also, too, besides commenting, please go down here to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. The weekend, it looks like, at least universally, yes. It looks like there is provision, there is sunlight, there is a good, there's something good happening around us. We have to look for that sometimes. We have to believe, we have to have faith. But again, a lot of times this has a lot of provision to it. There is the couple coming, and there is somebody here that, in some ways you would think of this as maybe a church, or because there's the arches. But if you look, he's got an apron on. So he is, so there is a servitude with this also. So, and these people do not look like they are wanting for anything. So are they coming to him, or is he providing for them? We will see. We will see. Okay, let me know again. And why don't we right now start our reading? Hello, my Libras. Wow, Mercury's about to go retrograde in your sign. Things are about to be revisited. You're also a lot of my Libras. You're my September to October babies. A lot of you have some really interesting metaphysical energy. So, air energy, I know, but it's very powerful. So let's see how we're going into this weekend. What's going to happen? What's visiting us? What's happening for my Libras? And again, I do feel like, you have had your year has been one that's, I'm not going to say there hasn't been blessings. There's always blessings. You can look for those blessings, but it's been a rough year for you. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. Card has fallen. It is not, I don't know what it is. So let's see here. And let's go shuffle a couple of more times. Higher power, what do you have for our Libras? Yeah, I do feel like the energies do want to right themselves. Now, what does that mean? We don't know. We go through them and we will see. But here we are. Okay, 3 cards. This one is reversed. Let's see what we've got for our Libras. Here we go. First card. Rest. You get this a lot. So there's a lot of times, my Libras, that I'm always worried about you not necessarily taking care of yourself. There's some of this is, well, there's all this stuff going on. And like I said, you've had a rough year. A lot of this has been beyond your control or beyond what you can actually work with, okay? A lot of this has been happening more towards you than because of who and what you've been doing. Not to say that we don't play into some of it too. It's sometimes when, if you keep getting hit by pies, it's not to say that one time you just kind of say, okay, fine, I'm done with that, and I'm just going to accept what I'm going to accept, so I'm not saying that that doesn't wear you down, but the thing is, and that you don't have any responsibility or control over that piece. The thing is that a lot of the stuff that's gone around you has been out of your hands. It's been other people's messes that you've been having to fix up. So when that happens, and this is something that I do tell my Libras, this, time to take care of Libra. Time to create some stability in your own life, some quiet time for you too. Now that could be, doing something that makes you happy. The Four of Air is telling you that this is a good weekend for you to do this with. Now, 4 has stability, the number 4, stability, organization, leadership. Air is your energy, Aquarius and Gemini too. All of you have strong stuff. It's not been easy. Air energies have not been easy for air signs. Okay, it keeps pushing you. In many ways, it's been pushing you almost sometimes to a breaking point. But remember what happens to the diamond. The diamond that little piece of charcoal, coal, whatever you want, briquette, whatever. After all that pressure, it does start shining and it becomes a diamond in its own right. However, that's not always easy to get through. So the 4 of Air is telling you basically, chill out this weekend, cut yourself some slack. Stop being so hard on yourself. Start telling people, can you do this, my Libras? Start telling them no. Okay, let's see. Time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. Rejuvenate, release, renew, okay? We are in the waxing moon, so it is a good time to also request, but it's also a good time to gently say no. Okay, next card, 6 of Fire. So 6, number of man, the energies you put into something. Fire is our Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. A lot of good energy with Aries right now, and Venus is in Leo right now. Venus and Leo has a really interesting combination because there is that passion, there is that love, there is that new opportunities, there is that, in romantic energies, romantic relationships too. So there is that, that going on. And Jupiter, of course, the planet of largesse. 6 of Fire is victorious, is riding into victory, being acknowledged, which is something, my Libras, you really haven't been acknowledged for all the things you've done. But this is a week where maybe because you're telling them no, maybe because you're pulling back, they're going to be like, well, what are we going to do without Libra taking care of this? So maybe by you telling them no, they're going to recognize all that you do for whoever they are. Okay? So this is victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. Your last card here, reversed, 6 of Water. So we have a 4, 6, 6, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, very spiritual. This is, again, that 6, what you put into it. The 6 of Water is very nostalgic, is looking back, thinking back. So whatever this is, maybe it's time for you to, like I said, separate yourself a little bit, spend some time taking care of you a little bit more, telling people no, maybe a little bit more, people realizing the things that you've done. Also, this is the 6 of Water is remembering the better parts of life. But the 6 of Water is, again, because you're my Libras and Mercury, and it seems that this is Libra and Mercury retrograde go hand in hand. I don't say this a lot to other people, but this could also be somebody from your past coming to revisit, okay? And it can also be somebody from that other side coming to revisit also. Okay. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Kind of sounds like, maybe curl up with a good movie, feel good book type of thing, and let people let them see what life is like when you're not there to rescue them. How's that? Okay? Okay, that's kind of bold. But again, too, in the beginning I said, it's a weekend to be fearless. Don't be afraid. Here we go. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, now we have a 7. 7. Okay, 7 is a divine number, though. That's the thing about 7s. It is a divine umbrella. It is a divine intervention. So we have something with deception and envy here. Not quite sure where we're going with all of this. Is this one of those times that, this would be then, I guess this would be the 7 of Swords. I kind of, get these mixed up a little bit. The 7 of Swords, this is where there's that sneaky snake, but the sneaky snake, that's the 5 of Swords. The sneaky snake has gone further and is actually acting out on his own or her own and really trying to like to pull the rug out. There's a lot of subterfuge with this energy here. So, and maybe this is what's going on, and maybe you just need to take a step back and let whoever this is, I don't know, dig their own hole. I'm not quite sure. Deception and envy with this. There's people that, like I said, people that don't want you to get that praise, that don't want you to be recognized. So maybe because you're doing something a little bit different, they're not necessarily as happy. I say that that's a them problem and not a you problem. Okay, let's see what we've got here with the Angels of Abundance. So again, this is, you taking care of you, and it may create a situation where, others aren't necessarily that happy. Well, you know what? They need to recognize the things that you do. But, many times over, withdrawing yourself from the situation helps them to see you better. Okay? Let's see what we have with the Angels of Abundance with Doreen and Grant Virtue for my Libras. What's going on for my Libras? Yeah, you taking care of you saying no. They don't like that. So what do you do, my Libras? What do you do? How do you separate yourself from that? I do want to know that. I do. So here we go. Here we go. Okay. Ooh. Interesting with this. There's many that I have not seen in this. So, it is safe for you to receive. Now that's interesting. It's not just that you should receive, but it's safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Isn't that interesting? You wouldn't think that it was safe, but you've got whoever this is, but this is telling you it is safe for you to have good things. It is safe for you to receive. Whew, my Libras, what did that all mean? That was kind of, this was quite nice, lovely. I know it's not necessarily an easy thing for you to say no, but then we get, some people don't necessarily like it when you do, but then we get a card saying it's safe for you to do these things. It's safe for you to receive. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy we have for my Libras. Let us see. Here we go. There's a lot of depth to this, so please tell me, my Libras. Reversed. Celestite. This is, okay, I love Celestite too. Communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, deep meditation. Okay, I'm curious. Tell me what this means. Who does this resonate with? So comment below. Then also like, share, subscribe, and click on that bell for notifications. But most importantly, though, my Libras, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.